No nonsense gin drinking. All gin and a surprising amount of nonsense.
Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman. Today, my friends, I'm officially excited. So much so I'm going to be banging the desk to the point where the camera vibrates a little bit. And that is because we have what is fast becoming one of my favourite gin brands on the show. This, my friend, let me introduce you to it. Its name is James Gin California Dream Gin. Now, my regular viewers and subscribers will know I have featured many of James Gin on the show. Well, when I say many, I mean 3. And if you're thinking to yourself, wow, that's all very well, but what the hell is this gin? I've never heard of it. Well, first of all, you've not been watching this show, which is a bit disappointing. And secondly, frankly, you must have been living in a cave or under a rock or under a rock that's in a cave, because this is produced by James May of Top Gear fame, of Grand Tour fame, of many other things as well. And I'm really kind of fallen in love with this brand because they just do stuff differently. It's all just, every gin they bring out, it's kind of completely out there, completely crazy. And you think to yourself, what on earth? Surely they've blown it this time. But every time they've absolutely nailed it. It's not just, you know, imaginative, it's actually imaginative and brilliant as well. And to the point that the London Drizzle gin over on the shelf over there was actually my number 1 of my top 10 of last year. So this is a very exciting gin brand, and I'm very excited, equally excited in fact, to bring it to you today. So my friends, let's find out a bit about it, shall we? Now, one of the reasons I've really been looking forward to this one is this is a mushroom-based gin, okay? Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, what? Mushrooms in gin? But if you cast your minds back and have a look over the videos about 3 years ago, we had a mushroom gin before. I think it was called umami gin, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was going to be, you know, too bonkers crazy to start with, but oh my God, as soon as it hit the mouth, it was just this kind of seasoned mushroomy flavour, and it worked so well with gin. And it was a massive surprise, and I really liked it. So I'm hoping they're going to kind of at least matched that one, hopefully made a little bit better. So let's find out what they put in it. This gin celebrates California's role in the actually, you know what? If it's kind of California inspired, maybe I should do an American accent. I'm going to get I'm a bit hesitant, as I've said in previous videos, about doing the accents, because one day I'm just going to get cancelled moving that way. But I think we can still get away with American. I'll give it a go. This gin celebrates California's role in the establishment of the hippie movement, while allowing us to create a very clever joke out of nothing more than an apostrophe. It's a compassionate, plant-based gin product certified by the Vegan Society and based on mushrooms, since mushrooms are a vital source of protein for those who have recognized that meat is murder. Well, I suppose it is, really. Unless, of course, you source it from an animal you found dead on the side of the road. I suppose that could be a little loophole there. You could have badger flavoured gin, partridge flavoured gin, or maybe pheasant. That sounds quite nice. Or dead flavoured gin. Okay, that is ironically a joke that Jeremy Clarkson made a few years back on Top Gear when they were doing their trucking special. Sadly, I've had to bleep it out because I will get cancelled, my YouTube channel will be banned, and I will be hauled naked through the streets and set upon by dogs. Because sadly, my friends, that's the world we live in. However, California Dream Gin should not be used as a dietary supplement or part of a balanced program of food intake. It's more of a gin, man. So there we go. That all sounds jolly good to me. Let's have a quick look through the botanicals, because this is going to be kind of interesting. This, of course, is a savoury gin. I think they do say that all their gins are savoury gins. I think, yeah, maybe the Asian parsnip slightly walked towards the sweeter side, but this is definitely savoury. Anyway, we've got juniper, obviously, coriander seed, we've got angelica root, mushroom, obviously because it's a mushroom flavoured gin. What does it say about the mushrooms? In European countries, mushrooms are often connected with fairies, elves, and other mythical creatures. It's nice to know. The more of this gin you drink, the more likely you are to see them. Wow, that's a video all by itself, but probably for another day. Licorice root, of course, can't have gin without licorice root in there. Bay, we've got lemon peel, we've got oregano. That's quite a unique one for gins. Obviously, that's going to be blending in with the mushroomy sort of taste. And water. It's quite nice that they actually add water as one of the botanicals. Most people don't say that, but yeah, this one does. So, my friends, that's enough fanning around for one video. I say we get the top off, have a sniff of it, get it in the gullet, and see what it's bloody well like. But before we get stuck back in, guys, I want to tell you about this amazing product called Z-Biotics. Now, I partnered with these guys last year and I absolutely love this. If you didn't see it, it's a probiotic drink that you have before drinking, and then the next day it helps you avoid feeling rough. What could be better than that? Just drink it straight down, knock it back all in one, and then you go out, have a good time, drink a few gins, and the next morning, and I actually test it. I get this a baptism of fire. Okay, I took these on my stag do, okay, or a bachelor party if you're in America, and I actually shared them around to all my friends. And the next day, I mean, look, it's not a miracle cure. You can't go out and just drink a ton of alcohol and you're going to feel absolutely fine. That's impossible. But if you combine it with drinking responsibly, having a bit of water as well, I tell you, it takes the edge off the next morning and means you're able to walk around and do normal things rather than just lying down like this. Oh God, I'm too old for this. So if, like me, you're looking to avoid a situation like that, get yourself over to Z-Biotics. I'll put a link in the section below, and you too could have a lovely, carefree, fresh, bright and breezy morning after a few drinks the night before. And of course, like all the James gins, this one does have a cork, so we know what that means, my friends. It is the cork test.
The cork test.
So let's have it. For those of you, by the way, who don't know what the cork test is, I did away with this for a while. I thought it was getting a little bit samey, and I thought people were bored with it. But it was, I was set upon by many people, and they were my fans and viewers did not like that I got rid of it. They love the cork test. So if you don't know, we basically do a bit of a test where first we turn the cork, see if it makes a squeak, then we pull it out and we rate the sound that it makes. Top quality entertainment, I know. So here we go. Do we have a squeak? More of a kind of a subdued whine, I would say, rather than a squeak. Never know. Let's go for the full pull. Here we go. Oh, yes! Very nice. Explosive, loud, and exciting. A bit like me. Excellent. Very pleased with that. Could have been a little bit louder, but, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because you know what? It's just a bit of fun. So let's pour this out. By the way, I always like to make reference to the bit around the top of the bottle here, which I refer to as a flange. I don't know if that's the correct word, but it always ensures little to no gin is spilt on my desk. Excellent. Look at that. Very, very good. More gin companies should do that. So then here we go. Let's have a little, I was going to say a snifter, but that's actually a measured drink, isn't it? Let's just have a normal, just a standard sniff by putting the nose in and inhaling, which is how I usually sniff. So here we go. Oh, man alive. I got a right good lungful there. I've been really looking forward to this, and that's kind of exactly what I was hoping it to smell like. So it's kind of, you've got that beautiful kind of base, a very nice sort of bed of juniper in there, and all your lovely gin stuff, your nice sort of citral things. Citral? I made up another word. Citral? Citrus. I think you know what I mean. Citrus bed and a nice bit of licorice in there, but it's all kind of mingled with this kind of earthy, sort of savoury, mushroomy sort of smell in it. Oh, it smells natural. It smells of the forest. It smells like something that's been cooked up and really sort of smells like someone's taken a long time mixing these kind of botanicals together. So I say, my friends, let's not fanny around. Let's, oh God, that's my impression of Porky Pig again there. The phone cover has gone over, and know what that means? That means it's time to get it in the mouth. So let's first of all marry it with a bit of tonic, because I never drink, well, very rarely drink without tonic. We'll do the neat tasting in a minute, of course. Let's get a little bit in there, about that much, I reckon. At this point in the show, I always say thank you very much to all my patrons and members who are literally paying for the gin on my show. Thank you very much. You paid for this gin, those gins over there. Well, not that one. They sent this one to me. But you paid for many, many gins on the show, and you're making the show possible. So thank you very much. I salute you. This, my friends, is James Gin, California Dream Gin. I say cheers. Oh, that, my friends, that is exactly what I was hoping for. Because you know what? As I say, I've really grown to love this brand now. So it's always got, they set the bar so high, they kind of make it difficult for themselves to exceed that bar every time. But they do, honestly. That is just what I was hoping for, because as with that mushroom gin that I talked to you about before, there's this beautiful, beautiful kind of... Oh yeah, it's kind of that sort of... You know when you get these fancy mushrooms, they have like a brown tinge to them, like those ones like you get, not your normal sort of white mushrooms. I don't be talking about them, I don't like them. Well, they're okay, but I prefer the brown ones more. And they have that kind of expensive kind of air to them, more kind of sort of deep, sort of almost nutty aroma in there. They basically weaved that into the other flavours with the of the gin. And what I love the most, and this is what that previous mushroom gin had, it's kind of a sort of a seasoned mushroomy taste. You know when you get like mushrooms in the pan, a bit of butter in there, and then you really whack a nice bit of couscous. That makes no sense. This is what happens, isn't it? My regular viewers know that I sort of lose control of my mouth and I'm really excited about a gin. But what I was trying to say was you put all that stuff in the pan, the butter, the salt and the pepper, and you get a kind of a nice seasoned sort of element. And that's what they've captured here. And that's what I was hoping they would capture. It works absolutely brilliantly. But not only that, it's those two kind of ends of the sort of flavour spectrum. So like the savoury and then the sort of the sweetness of the, well, not too sweet obviously, but you know, those usual gin botanicals. There's a certain sort of kind of citrusy and a sweetness about it compared to the mushrooms. They kind of work in the same way. You know, it's very fashionable to have like sweet and salt things now, like salted caramel and sweet and salt popcorn. By the way, sweet and salt popcorn, I think I invented that in the 90s. I've said this before. I was having it before anybody else. Everyone thought I was weird, but wow, they laughed at me in fact. Well, who's bloody laughing now? It's everywhere. So then, the question is, what is it like neat? So I'm going to employ my, let's move this dot over, I'm running out of space here. I'm going to employ my tremendously exciting, no-nonsense gin drinking mug here. Look at all this merchandise. Look, you can buy any of this. Very few people have bought any of it, to be honest. The mug's okay. To be honest, that's very poor quality. That's a phone case. No one's bought that. I'll get rid of that. This bloody thing, I don't know why I even produced it, to be honest. It was, I don't know. I was limited on the site that does them to what, you know, receptacles you could drink gin out of. And I chose this. I don't know. I suppose you could use it if you're on the way home from work and a busy commute and you wanted people to think you're drinking coffee, but you're actually drinking gin. But to be honest, I don't think I could give it away, to be honest. In fact, you know what? I will give it away. The first person to put their name in the section below, I will send you that thing. I guarantee you. There we go. Said it before and I've said it again. You do not get that sort of content on other YouTube channels. Probably for good reason. Anyway, did I pour it in? No, I didn't. I got too carried away with the terrible salesman job there. So let's give this a go, shall we? Neat. So here we go. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So all that mushroomy. I usually find that tonic unlocks the flavours in gins and sort of opens up new areas and depth to the flavours, and it definitely does. In this case, I'd say that the depth, the mushroomy depth, if you like, is kind of accelerated a little bit. I think you get even more of that mushroomy seasoned, sort of almost buttery sort of taste. It kind of sort of goes a little bit lower and sort of fills them out. In fact, I can still feel it kind of lingering around there, kind of a sort of a warm mushroomy legacy. And I'm pretty sure that is the first time that sentence has ever been said on a YouTube channel, or indeed anywhere before. In fact, you know what? If you can find that anywhere on YouTube, I will send you 10 of these high quality titanium mugs. Now, in terms of price, now I don't think you could call this company one of the big giants yet. So I think you should be looking between the £30 to £40 bracket here in the UK. And this is bang on, £36.95. Now, don't forget, this is a celebrity endorsed gin. James May is famous all over the world, okay? So he could have probably priced it at something silly like £45 or £50. I expect people probably would have bought it, but this is another reason why I love the company. It's a very, very reasonable price. In fact, I've seen sort of gins, you know, there are a lot more expensive gins out there that are nowhere near as good or original as this. So I am happy to pay that every day of the week, which is actually very useful because I'm planning to get through a bottle of this a day, so keep my costs down. So guys, to sum up, this, you know, as said before, it's one of my favourite gin brands now, and it keeps on pushing, not only raising the bar, but it puts the bar in an area where bars have never even been raised before. I think that kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? It's sort of pushing boundaries. It's going out there and doing stuff that none of the other gin distillers are doing. And I find that really exciting because gin, you know, it's ubiquitous. There are so many gins out now. I think it was about 3,000 the other day, just in the UK alone. So it's just crazy. So to stand out amongst that lot is quite an achievement. And I love the way this company, James and Hugh the Master Distiller, will take risks, go to places that no one else has. And to me, that kind of sets it apart from the rest. And this is a wonderful, wonderful addition to their range. If you're not sure about savoury gins, I would say just give it a go. Throw caution to the wind, give it a go. I absolutely love it. In fact, I think there should be more savoury gins around. I think it should be a law. Every gin company should be made to make a savoury gin. And if they don't, well, I don't know, I haven't thought it through that far, but I just think they should. So guys, thanks for watching my video today. Hope you found this enjoyable and informative. If you did, don't forget to express your enjoyment and informative by pressing the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, the like button as well. And if you want to support the show, head over to the old Patreon page or click the gin button, the join button below this video to become a YouTube member. But until next time, guys, you all know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my patrons and members, and of course, keep drinking the gin.